Hey everyone, so I had posted a picture of these on my Instagram not too long ago, and I thought I would do a quick little video review. I'll kind of zoom out a little bit and try not to show the absolute disaster of my desk. These are the Artist Loft watercolors that I picked up at Michael's not too long ago, and then the Artist Loft watercolor paper that I got. And yeah, I had originally got these just for my kids to play with, because they've been quite fascinated with all the playing I've been doing with watercolors. So rather than letting them use my expensive, paint and all that kind of stuff, I thought I'd just get them a little cheaper set. So I got this set and I started playing with it and I really like it. In Canada, it's around $6.99, I think, and of course you can generally use a coupon for it. In the States, I know it's quite a bit cheaper. And same with the watercolor pad. I think I paid $6 or $7 for it, like not very much at all. And again, you can use a coupon, or there's always sales, like, buy with the watercolor pads or any of them, buy one, get one free or whatever. So yeah, the watercolor pad, it's a 9x12, 140-pound cold press. Very similar to some of the more expensive ones I've got. And if you're a card maker like me and you're just kind of playing around with watercolor and all that kind of stuff, these are really great. Like, I am really liking them. I've just been playing with them more than anything. I haven't actually done any watercoloring with them other than just kind of fiddling, but I think they're decent. For the price, you can't really go wrong with them. They're not super pigmented like, more expensive watercolors, so you're not gonna get the really nice, deep color and wash and all that kind of stuff that you can get with a real watercolor, but they're still good colors. You can't beat it for the price, in my opinion. And the one thing I really like about these is they have some really pretty colors in them that I don't have in other things. Like, I really like this kind of minty green color. I think it's so pretty. Like, how fun is that? And then there's a couple of really pretty, like, light pinks, like this candy pink. I love this pink. Like, look how fun that is. And then a couple pale yellows. There's even a white, so you can kind of make more pastels from some of the other colors. They're just nice. Like, I really genuinely like this palette. So I'm actually planning on the next time I go to Michael's, I'm probably going to pick up a couple extras, and so that I can keep one for myself and then my kids will each get one, because they've been having fun just messing around. They've been, painting and doing all kinds of crazy things, and so they just love it. And I want to have a set for myself just for playing around with and coloring in images, and then they can have sets, and yeah, you can't really go wrong with it. So I did see on Simon Says Stamp, it's a Low Cornell set of watercolors, and they are very similar, if not the exact same thing. It's just rebranded for, a different brand. So I will link to that if people don't have, a Michael's near them to check these out. But yeah, if you've been kind of sitting on the fence with the whole watercolor thing, and didn't want to invest a whole lot of money into it and you just want to play around, I really recommend this set. I think it's really great. You get a really good variety of colors, and they're pigmented enough that you can really have a play with them. I just really like it. And then I also like with this set, it's got all the little wells on the lid. I think the one on Simon Says Stamp, it's a different lid. But yeah, you can use these all as palettes. That's what I've been teaching my kids, is you can stick it in here and mix things, and then you just let it dry completely before shutting your lid. And then of course you can reactivate it with some water and you're good to go. So really like it. I really like the watercolor cardstock as well. I think it's just fine, and for the price you can't go wrong. So it's great at the very least to get just to play with, so you don't feel guilty about wasting tons of cardstock just playing around and messing with things, which is what I do with some of my more expensive stuff. It just kills me to sometimes play and then having to throw things out. So this is great. And I forgot to add, because it was actually stuck to something else, because there's a little sticky thing on here, so that's the annoying part. But this came with the palette along with a really cheap brush, which I didn't show in the review. I think it's in my kitchen. I'd washed it out or something, but the brush is useless. It's complete crap, so whatever. But this comes in it as well, and this is like a little watercolor paint tips and techniques, and it's actually got a lot of really good info. So it shows like, you know, all the different types of brushes, and then it gets into like things you need to, when you start watercoloring, like the type of tools you should have, you know, flat surface, a palette with wells, an apron, roll of paper towels, yada yada yada. And then it gets into like some tips and techniques and how to take care of your paints and that kind of stuff. Like a lot of really, really good info. So for the price, these things are great. Like I'm really, really quite happy with them. I will have a couple of videos with cards I made using these. So hopefully I'll get those uploaded right away. So look out for those. And yeah, like I said, I will post a link to the Simon Says Stamp ones that I had found that are similar, if not the same as these ones. And if you're your local Michaels, definitely check them out and, you know, use a coupon if you can on them or get them on sale, whatever. But yeah, for the price, can't go wrong. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.